Big news, truck lovers. Chevrolet has just dropped the all-new 2025 Chevy Silverado, and wow, Chevy is not here to play. Sure, the Ford F-150 has been the reigning champ for decades, and the Ram 1500 always brings its A-game. But this Silverado? It's got the power, the style, and the tech to shake up the truck world in a big way. From bold new features and a sleek, refined design to serious performance upgrades, this isn't just a truck, it's a statement. Whether you're eyeing the base model or splurging on a top-tier trim, Chevy is delivering way more than just a workhorse this time. The big question, is this finally the truck that will dethrone the F-150 as America's favorite? Stick around as we dive into everything that makes the 2025 Silverado a game-changer. Don't miss it. External design. The first thing you notice when you take a first look at the 2025 Chevy Silverado is that it doesn't shy away from its American roots. Right up front, you'll notice the massive chrome grille that practically yells, I mean business. Framing it are sharp LED headlights with cool sequential indicators, the kind that look like they belong on a high-tech spaceship. The daytime running lights are bright and no-nonsense, perfect for commanding attention in daylight or fog. And then there's the hood, or as Chevrolet likes to call it, the sculpted bonnet. It's not just looks, it screams strength and durability. Pair that with the steel front bumper, and you've got a front end that's ready for whatever the world throws at it. Oh, and if you're an off-road enthusiast, the Z71 package adds underbody steel protection and practical tow hooks. So yeah, it's not afraid of getting its tires dirty. The truck stretches a whopping 5,931mm long, stands 2,086mm wide, and towers at 930mm tall. That's not just big, it's huge. 20-inch alloy wheels wrapped in Bridgestone all-terrain tires add to its take on the world attitude. But it's not just about size. Chevrolet knows this truck has to be practical too. You get metal side steps that make hopping an easy tinted privacy glass for a sleek touch and keyless entry, because who wants to fumble with keys these days? At the back, the Silverado really shows off its work ethic. The powered tailgate is as smooth as a smartphone app. Just press a button and it's ready to load. Inside the tub, there's a spray-in bed liner to handle tough jobs without breaking a sweat. Need to secure your gear? No problem. There are multiple tie-down points to keep everything snug. When the sun sets, the LED lighting in the tub is a lifesaver, making late-night hauls or setups a breeze. And those bright LED taillights? They're not just functional, they're a little reminder that this truck doesn't do basic. The Z71 package keeps things user-friendly with side steps to make reaching into the bed that much easier. If you're the type who loves conquering trails and exploring the unbeaten path, then the ZR2 trim of the Silverado is calling your name. This version takes the truck's off-road capabilities to a whole new level. Think of it as Silverado's wilder, more adventurous sibling. It comes with an enhanced suspension system designed to handle rough terrain like a pro, extra ground clearance to keep you from getting stuck on those bumpy trails, and styling upgrades that scream, I mean business. Blacked out accents and custom ZR2 badging add to the rugged vibe, making sure you turn heads on both the highway and the trail interior. The 2025 Chevrolet Silverado LTZ interior is all about blending functionality with a touch of luxury. Sure, the Silverado is built tough to tackle the outdoors, but its cabin doesn't forget about the creature comforts. Chevrolet designed the interior to be practical without sacrificing comfort or cutting-edge tech. Wide-opening doors and sturdy metal side steps make climbing into this beast a breeze, even if you're not exactly NBA tall. Once you're inside, the elevated driving position gives you a commanding view of the road or trail, which is super handy when you're dealing with the Silverado's impressive size. The leather-trimmed driver's seat isn't just for show. It's packed with features to keep you comfortable on both short errands and epic road trips. With 12-way power adjustment, heating and ventilation, you'll feel like you're sitting in a first-class lounge, no matter the weather outside. The seat cushions strike a sweet spot between firm and soft, offering just the right amount of support for long hauls or bumpy rides. Chevrolet didn't stop at the seats. The rest of the interior feels just as thought out. The materials are tough enough to handle whatever you throw at them, but they don't skimp on the premium feel. Soft touch surfaces are strategically placed where your hands naturally rest, and the faux wood trim adds a touch of elegance without going overboard. It's all about balance, a nod to ruggedness while keeping things classy. The wheels are also wrapped in leather, and the buttons on the wheel are thoughtfully laid out, making it super easy to manage cruise control, adjust the audio, or scroll through the digital instrument display without ever taking your hands off. It's like having your own command center at your fingertips. Now, let's talk about what's behind that wheel. Like you'd expect in any high-end vehicle, there is a fully digital instrument cluster with high-resolution graphics. It's packed with practical readouts too. On it, you can check things like your towing data, how much fuel you've been burning, and you can even see engine hours, useful for folks who rely on their trucks for heavy-duty work. Right in the middle of the dashboard is the crown jewel, a massive 13.4-inch touchscreen infotainment system. It's not just big for show, it's responsive and user-friendly with smooth menu transitions that won't leave you frustrated. You can even display two functions at once, like navigation and music, so you're always in control. Plus, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, which means no more fumbling with cords. And here's a small but genius detail. Chevrolet kept good old-fashioned physical knobs for the climate controls and volume. That means you can adjust the temperature or your favorite playlist without taking your eyes off the road. If you're someone who likes to keep their stuff organized or just carries a lot of it, the Silverado Auto's storage game is strong. The center console is massive, and there's enough room to stash tools, paperwork, snacks, or anything else you might need for the road. And it doesn't stop there. A wireless charging pad sits conveniently in the front, alongside multiple USB-A and USB-C ports, so all your devices stay charged no matter how long the drive. Look around, and you'll find even more storage in the form of roomy door pockets and a split glove box. Whether you're headed to a job site or just running errands, you'll never be short on space to keep your essentials within arm's reach. Now, the 2025 Chevrolet Silverado doesn't just focus on the driver and front passengers. It makes sure the folks in the back are just as comfortable with the Silverado's impressive size. There's plenty of space to stretch out in every direction, whether it's legroom, headroom, or tow room. Even taller passengers will feel right at home. This makes it an excellent choice for families who need a roomy ride, or work crews who spend long days on the road. Getting into the back is a breeze, thanks to the wide doors and standard side steps. These thoughtful features make hopping in and out easy, even if you're wearing work boots or juggling gear. Once inside, you'll notice the same attention to detail as the front cabin. The rear bench is wrapped in plush leather upholstery, matching the front seats, and even has heating for the outer positions, a luxurious touch that's not always found in trucks. Chevrolet didn't just stop at comfort, they added smart functionality to the rear seats. There's extra storage. The back bench can be lifted to reveal a large hidden compartment underneath. Perfect for stashing tools, bags, or valuables you'd rather not leave in plain sight. There are also nifty storage compartments built right into the seat backs, offering a secure spot for smaller items like chargers, gloves, or notebooks. Rear passengers have everything they need to stay comfortable and connected. USB-A and USB-C ports ensure that devices stay charged, while dedicated air vents keep the temperature just right. The fold-down center armrest, complete with built-in cup holders, adds a touch of convenience for snacks and drinks on the go. Plus, the Silverado's wide flat floor, thanks to its body-on-frame construction, means there's no annoying hump in the middle, so even the person stuck in the center seat can enjoy the ride. Chevrolet struck a smart balance when it comes to materials in the rear cabin. While the back seats may not be as decked out as the front, they're far from bare bones. Soft touch surfaces on the doors provide a polished feel, while durable, hard-wearing materials are strategically placed where toughness matters most. It's a combination that ensures the Silverado can handle everything from muddy boots to messy kids while still feeling refined. And alright, let's talk about what makes the Chevy Silverado 1500 tick under the hood. It's a real powerhouse lineup. Whether you're looking for something for tough jobs, weekend adventures, or just cruising around town, there's an engine in the Silverado family that's ready to roll. First up, there's a turbocharged 2.7-liter four-cylinder engine that churns out 310 horsepower. It's perfect for those who want a balance of power and efficiency without going overboard. But if you're all about that V8 rumble, you've got two options. The 5.3-liter V8 delivers a solid 355 horsepower, while the big boy, yes, the 6.2-liter V8 pumps out an impressive 420 horsepower. This one's for the folks who crave that extra kick to tackle just about anything. And let's not forget the diesel option. The 3.0-liter Duramax inline-six diesel engine generates 277 horsepower. But here's the kicker. It also offers a ton of torque, which makes it an awesome choice for towing heavy loads or tackling long hauls with ease. Now you might be thinking, this is a big truck. Does it handle like a tank? Honestly, no way. Every Silverado we've driven feels way smaller and nimbler than it looks. The steering is sharp and the handling surprisingly agile for something this size. Even when navigating tight corners or busy city streets, you feel confident behind the wheel. And the brakes, oh, they're fantastic. The pedal has that firm, reassuring feedback you want when you're hauling cargo or just cruising. If you're eyeing something that can handle dirt trails, rocky paths, or those wild weekend camping trips, the Trail Boss model is calling your name. It comes with a 2-inch lift for extra ground clearance, gnarly all-terrain tires for better grip, and a bunch of upgrades that make off-roading both easier and way more fun. This isn't just a truck, it's an invitation to take the road less traveled and make it your playground. For the hardcore adventurers, Chevy rolled out the ZR2. This is the most serious off-road version of the Silverado, loaded with features designed to tackle extreme terrain. It's like the Trail Boss, but on steroids. The ZR2 deserves its own deep dive, and trust me, it's a beast worth talking about. There's also the Silverado EV. This bad boy comes with 2 electric motors that pack some serious punch. Chevy claims it can crank out up to 754 horsepower in its top trim. The RST, for the base model, called the WT, work truck, you're still looking at a solid 510 horsepower. And if you go for the mid-range LT, you get a hefty 645 horses. Talk about options. All-wheel drive comes standard across the EV lineup, which means you're ready for any weather or terrain. Want to go fancy? You can opt for rear-wheel steering, which makes maneuvering this beast feel like you're handling something much smaller. There's also an adaptive air suspension for a smoother ride. And oh yeah, those massive 24-inch wheels. They look cool and make a statement wherever you go. For a truck of this size and power, the Silverado EV handles more like an SUV than a traditional pickup. It's got a smooth ride that's great for longer dant trips or just cruising around town. But, and here's the but, braking performance in the RST is not the best, according to multiple reports. During some testing, it showed some fade after repeated stops, which isn't what you'd hope for in a truck of this caliber. It's something to keep in mind if you're planning to push it hard. If speed is your thing, you're in for a treat. The Silverado EV RST has a wide open watts mode that lets it go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.1 seconds. In standard mode, it's still quick, clocking in at 5.8 seconds. That's sports car speed in a full-sized electric truck. Let that sink in. For the gas-powered Silverados, speed still plays a starring role. The high country trim, equipped with the massive 6.2-liter V8, can hit 60 miles per hour in just 5.4 seconds. That's faster than some sedans out there. The smaller 5.3-liter V8 isn't far behind, managing the same sprint in 6.1 seconds. Even the diesel-powered Silverado holds its own. While it's the slowest of the bunch, its engine runs so smoothly and quietly that you might not even notice. So how does Chevrolet Silverado drive? Alright, let's dive into how the Chevrolet Silverado LTZ feels behind the wheel. When you slide into the driver's seat, push the start button. The beastly 6.2-liter, naturally aspirated V8 will roar to life with a deep, powerful rumble that screams, "Let's hit the road." You'll hardly hear anything inside the cabin though, as Chevrolet has done a stellar job with noise insulation. You hear just enough of that growl to remind you of the power under the hood, while still enjoying a peaceful, refined ride. Once you're on the move, the Silverado's V8 doesn't just deliver power, it practically hands it to you on a silver platter. With a hefty 313 kilowatts of power and 624 Newton-meters of torque, acceleration is as smooth as butter on a hot skillet. Whether you're merging onto the freeway, overtaking a slower car, or hauling a trailer, the engine's linear power delivery ensures there's always enough oomph when you need it. The 10-speed automatic transmission is like the perfect dance partner for the V8, syncing up seamlessly to deliver smooth, precise shifts. You'll notice it works quietly in the background, keeping the engine in its sweet spot without unnecessary revving or drama. It's like having a co-pilot who just gets you. Here's where the Silverado really flexes its versatility. Its full-time four-wheel drive system provides excellent stability on all kinds of roads, whether you're cruising city streets, navigating wet highways, or tackling dirt trails. If conditions are easygoing, you can switch to rear-wheel drive to save on fuel, which is a nice touch for your wallet. Every Silverado sold in Australia comes with the Z71 package, a true game-changer for off-road enthusiasts. This includes a locking rear differential for better traction and an off-road tuned suspension that eats up rough terrain like it's nothing. Want to hit some challenging trails? The Silverado's got your back. Now let's talk comfort. The Silverado's suspension strikes a near-perfect balance between soaking up bumps and maintaining control. On smoother highways, it feels like you're gliding. There's also no need to worry if you hit a rough patch of road or some uneven terrain. The secondary ride is firmer, but far from jarring, keeping you steady without rattling your bones. This makes it just as comfortable for a long road trip as it is for a weekend adventure off the beaten path at low speeds. The steering is surprisingly light and easy to manage, which is a lifesaver when you're navigating tight spots like parking lots or squeezing through crowded urban streets for a truck this size. Weighing in at 2,540 kilograms, it feels much less intimidating to handle than you'd expect. It's like Chevrolet added a little magic to make the Silverado forget its, well, massive. As you pick up speed, the steering firms up just a bit to give you a nice sense of stability on highways and open roads. However, it stays relatively light overall. While this is great for making the truck feel less cumbersome, it might not satisfy those who like a heavier, more feedback-rich steering wheel during spirited driving. Let's be honest though, this isn't a sports car, and it doesn't pretend to be. When it comes to handling, the Silverado prioritizes stability over sharp, agile cornering. You'll notice some body roll in tighter turns, but it's not unpredictable or unsettling. It's more like a gentle lean, reminding you that this is a big, capable truck focused on keeping you comfortable and in control. The Silverado's 20-inch alloy wheels, wrapped in Bridgestone Dueler all-terrain tires, do a fantastic job of gripping the road. Whether you're cruising on smooth asphalt or tackling loose gravel, the tires help the truck feel planted and steady, giving you confidence no matter the surface. Where the Silverado really shines is that long-distance cruising. This truck feels like it was born for the open road, with its size, powertrain, and suspension working together to create a relaxed and capable driving experience. Whether you're towing a heavy load, hauling gear for a weekend trip, or just heading out for a family road trip, the Silverado blends power, comfort, and practicality in a way that feels effortless. It's not just about the big tasks though. The Silverado's smooth ride and thoughtful design make everyday drives enjoyable. Well too, towing and fuel economy. When it comes to towing, the Chevrolet Silverado 1500 is like that friend who never says no to helping you move. It's built to handle the heavy lifting. With a maximum towing capacity of 13,300 pounds, this half-ton truck is ready to haul serious loads. It outpaces the Ram 1500's top towing capacity by 550 pounds, but it falls just a bit short of the Ford F-150's benchmark by 700 pounds. If you're aiming for Chevy's top towing number, you'll need the big and mighty 6.2-litre V8 engine. Even the smaller 5.3-litre V8 can handle up to 11,500 pounds, which is no small feat. For those who prefer a turbocharged four-cylinder, you're still looking at a respectable 9,500 pounds of towing muscle. Now, when it comes to payload capacity, how much you can load in the bed of the truck, engine choice matters less. Depending on the model, you can carry anywhere from 1,870 pounds to 1,280 pounds. Whether it's construction supplies, camping gear, or your buddy's furniture, this truck is ready for the challenge. Let's be real. Saving big at the pump isn't the Silverado's main claim to fame. That said, some engine options are easier on your wallet than others when it comes to fuel economy. If efficiency is a top priority, the optional diesel engine is your best bet. It's rated by the EPA to get up to 23 miles per gallon in the city and 33 on the highway. Throw in four-wheel drive, and those numbers dip slightly, with the highway estimate landing at 26 miles per gallon. On our 75 miles per hour fuel economy test, the diesel lived up to its promise. If you're leaning toward gas-powered options, the turbocharged four-cylinder with four-wheel drive is rated for up to 20 miles per gallon in the city and 22 on the highway. However, in real-world testing, it turned out to be less efficient than you might think. The trusty 5.3-litre V8 actually came out ahead, delivering 21 miles per gallon in our highway test compared to the Turbo's 18th. The bigger 6.2-litre V8 isn't too shabby either. It's rated for up to 16 miles per gallon in the city and 21 on the highway, and in our tests, it hit 19 miles per gallon on the highway. That's impressive for such a large engine, and shows that sometimes bigger really can be better, even when it comes to efficiency. Safety. When it comes to trucks, safety is a big deal. So if you're eyeing the 2025 Chevrolet Silverado, you're probably wondering how it stacks up in the safety department. Let's break it down and take a closer look, feature by feature. The Silverado is built with safety in mind, starting from the ground up. Its high-strength steel frame is like the backbone of the truck, giving it the muscle to handle tough impacts while keeping passengers safe. Think of it as the superhero cape of structural integrity. It's strong and reliable without weighing the truck down. On top of that, Chevrolet packed in 6 airbags, strategically placed to cover all the bases. You've got front airbags for the driver and passenger, side airbags to protect you in a T-bone situation, and curtain airbags that act like shields for your head during a rollover. It's like having your own safety cocoon. Now let's talk about the active safety tech. The 2025 Silverado comes loaded with gadgets that feel like something out of a futuristic movie. For starters, adaptive cruise control keeps you at a safe distance from the car in front of you by automatically adjusting your speed. No more stressful stop and go on the highway. Lane keeping assist helps you stay in your lane gently, nudging the truck back into position if you start to drift. Meanwhile, forward collision alert gives you a heads up a crash is about to happen, and if you don't hit the brakes fast. The truck will take over with autonomous emergency braking to help avoid or reduce the impact. If you've got a busy parking lot or driveway, rear cross traffic alert is like having eyes in the back of your head, warning you if another car or a rogue shopping cart is zooming behind you. The Silverado's 360-degree camera system is a game changer. Imagine being able to see every angle of your truck as if you had a drone hovering above it. Whether you're squeezing into a tight spot or trying to avoid hitting that basketball hoop in the driveway, this feature makes parking and maneuvering a breeze. It also comes with front and rear parking sensors, which beep to let you know when you're getting too close to something. It's like having a parking buddy who never gets tired of helping you out. Finally, let's talk pricing. It starts at $37,645 and can climb all the way up to $70,995, depending on the trim and all the fancy extras you decide to throw in. That's a pretty wide range, but hey, there's something for everyone here. If you're all about utility and sticking to a budget, the work truck and custom trims are solid picks. These are perfect for tradespeople or anyone who needs a dependable truck without breaking the bank. They're no frills, but super functional. Think of them as the workhorses of the Silverado lineup. Now, if you're ready to level up a bit, let's talk about the LT model. This is where things get a little more exciting. The interior steps up its game with better materials and a more polished look. It's not overly fancy, but it feels more like a truck you'd want to drive. Every day, not just for work. For many folks, this is the one to aim for. We'd recommend going for the crew cab with the standard length bed. Why? It's all about versatility. You get loads of cargo space in the back and plenty of room for passengers inside, making it great for road trips, hauling gear, or just everyday errands. Finally, is the 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 worth your hard-earned cash? Honestly, it depends on what you're after. If you're looking for a truck that balances practicality, power, and a touch of comfort, this one's a winner. And for those looking to squeeze out the most bang for their buck, the Silverado absolutely delivers. So what do you think about the 2025 Chevrolet Silverado? Let us know in the comments section. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the 2025 Chevy Silverado, make sure to like the video, drop a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all the latest car and truck news. See you in the next one.